it's still amazing, but maybe it's not going to be as amazing as we think. You know, you know, yeah, we solve life. We have all the elements, hydrogen, oxygen, all that combined, formed life. Boom. Okay. The expansion of the universe, physics, disprove God. Okay, boom. Okay, so that just leaves dark energy, dark matter. What cause that? I mean, I want to believe, like, it's going to be amazing, like The Matrix, and with creepy aliens and just super advanced technology. But now there's a theory that we made it late. We made it early. We evolved earlier. And we may be the only species that evolved. So maybe there was not even an alien conflict in Mars, stuff like that. It was just naturalistic process of the universe and cosmos. And that's what it seems like. We're using our brains to envision, especially the religious people, the demons and angels and flying and all the magical paradise and heaven and skies of gates and of gold. Or atheists, non-believers of aliens and creepy, so futuristic technology, 1,000 light years away, more advanced than us. But to tell you the truth, it just might not be like that. It just might be just us for now, until another species evolve, which scientists think is just going to be like us. And we just might be the only species because the other species has evolved. And just everything evolved, and animals, plants, and we know how that evolved, and we know how the universe came out of nothing, and then Dr. Mayer expanded on Lawrence Krauss that the universe always existed. It always was nothing, just different element order, nothing. So I'm thinking it's just going to be like just, I know, science and processes, but not super mind-blowing, not like a alien factory out there, and even though we want that, right? Dyson spheres and all these cool alien worlds and planets. But maybe it might just be pretty normal. And hey, I can live with that. We did it. It was just more advanced science. Never was Dyson spheres, never was other worlds like in movies and sci-fi and Halo and aliens. But that's the nature of reality. It's reality. Our brains want it to be the supernatural, the religious believers, or the super scientific, futuristic, like movies for us, for non-believers, or veteran science. So hey, at least, hey, I can die happy. Yeah. It was a good ride. I did a lot of research, origin of life, how the universe came to be, multiple universes, multiverse confirmed, and just cycles and repeats of big bangs and expansions, and just the chemicals and the ingredients came to life through the different atmosphere, and animals lost their legs and evolved through evolution because of many years, like we will. Thousands or millions of years, probably, as Dawkins says, more, not 100,000, but actually a million years. And I guess it would be cyborg, anti. I guess this could be a conclusion video, well, maybe at least for a while, and then obviously something mind blowing. But we evolved to like human cyborgs and or maybe that a little. I don't think it's going to be too crazy like the movie. The movies always exaggerate. It'll be kind of man-machine. And then we also always take care of our body. That's great. And I guess we can... I sometimes think darker skin, red eyes because of the changing atmosphere of the... So no, it's not going to be... Seems like a letdown. As mind-blowing as we want it to be. But that's reality, folks. We don't live in the movies. We want that crazy sci-fi stuff. Don't get me wrong, we want that. But, and maybe I'm wrong. I hope it's like that, but it seems like, you say, truth is stranger than fiction, but maybe not this time. Maybe it's well, for science, if you're science compared to religion, yeah, truth is strange fiction because fiction is crazy, and truth is, it's more stranger, obviously, than the magical God just making anything. So truth, I guess that's gonna be stranger. Um, but it just won't be as mind blowing as we think, because everything's just natural. I can live with that. And how could we go to another universe? How could we go to other planets? Not even the fastest warp drive could. Now, maybe like 100 years from now, which I think that really that warp drive could be possible, but I won't even be alive. Unless maybe, oh, I guess we get the transhuman start early, yeah. But maybe just another universe would just be like this, just alternate. And I mean, they said like time moves backwards and forwards in a black hole, so it'll just be the times will be different. So it'll just be everything like this, but maybe just seconds ahead or seconds before. Now, if we could film like a supernova exploding or a star exploding, I think that'd be fucking badass. That would be, I'll probably be blown away by that. The best fireworks ever. Maybe that's as close as awesome next level we can vision or see in our lifetime, or just see in reality. Yeah. But and about that megastructure, and let's hope it's a Dyson sphere, but scientists think it just could be some exocomets. We now have exocomets, comets, then exocomets. It just keeps getting better. But now I'm gonna end the note and say something. There might be a Matrix kind of thing. Maybe it's not as mind-blowing as a Matrix movie, but that's all I can think of for now. But it seems like the truth is not as crazy as the science fiction is going to be, or we want it to be. But I hope it gets really crazy and unknown, because that's what I'm looking for. No matter if there's big bangs of cycles and repeats and collapse, there had to be, if there's a computer, if we are in the Matrix and there's computer code, then either there has to be a species that did it, but if we're the only species, or maybe the species died, and then I think this one get tied in with dark energy and dark matter. That's if it's a computer. I mean, who's behind the computer? And gods will never appear no matter what. I mean, we already disproved the gods. So I mean, so obviously it's very crucial if we could find intelligent life. But it doesn't have to be with that computer thing. It just could be just more unknown science and just more evolution of unknown science, because there's older universes than us, younger planets, older planets, and so maybe it's just not going to be as mind-blowing thing. But they said there was computer code in the fabric of the universe, so something, I think, has to be out there besides us, some kind of super entity or species. And I hope we find out soon. I mean, we need to find out how the computer code got into the universe. What was before the Big Bang? We proved that God didn't create the universe. But what was before the Big Bang? But, okay, cycles of Big Bangs. Okay. What caused that cycle? And then maybe just unknown science to explain that. So hope there's Dyson spheres, intelligent life, and so forth. I mean, you know, I mean, okay, we know how life arose and how we can actually create it and simplify it and alter it. Okay, we know God didn't create the universe. Physicists proved, or any gods. Okay, so, okay, before the Big Bang, series of clouds, crunches, okay. But what caused that first thing, like a super gun, a super spark, super entity, alien? And people say, oh, God, but... And God, which God? Is it hiding? People say can't disprove God, but, I mean, seriously? I mean, what? Which... I don't think it's God's. I mean, everything is natural. I think it's just unknown science that we just can't understand. I think it's some kind of a computer. 2D, 3D, 4D universe. We need to go deeper. Something happened. I mean, I don't know. I can't think of what it could be. I mean, maybe we will never know. At that point, we can never know, maybe. I mean, if we can find maybe fossils of aliens, maybe we could trace something that happened. I mean, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot saying there has to be another species out there, but I don't know. Either there is or there isn't. If there is, okay, it makes it easier to maybe explain. If there isn't, everything naturalistic from the cosmos and the climates, the asteroids bombarded. We might never know. I mean, that's deep. But dark energy, dark matter, maybe that's the piece of the puzzle. Because they said it's all a web. The universe is all of a web. For the universe. It's like dark energy, dark matter. It's all a web. It's technically a computer. Who's behind the computer? It's like, it's God. And I'm like, what? Satan? It just putting viruses? That makes sense. An invisible God. So now you really want to die, right? See if this thing appears. But then you die, there's nothing. If you die, you can't come back. I don't see it. Trust me, I want the supernatural to exist. You know? That'd be fucking badass. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. Like I say, stay tuned. Because I'm staying tuned. I guess we'll see what this object is, if it's a Dyson sphere. Maybe in 30 years we can get to that really unknown science. You know, that before the Big Bang, or to the parallel universe, or track that computer code into the entity that made it and died or something. I mean, this could go on forever. I mean, you know, past billion, trillion. And that's why people think of a God, because they can't, their brain stops. They can't think of anymore. I can't think of anymore, but I'm not stopping saying it's God. Because it never was God.